So you're sitting at work or maybe even at home, and this great idea pops into your head. Now, you know it's a good idea, maybe even a phenomenal idea. But just as you start to speak, you hesitate, and a little voice in your head whispers, "What are you doing? I know you're not going to share that." Like, what if they laugh at you? What if nobody likes it? What if they think you're crazy? Are you kidding me? You really think that's good enough? So instead of sharing, you stay quiet. You keep your thoughts to yourself, and you even go one step further by convincing yourself that someone else has something better to say, a better idea than you could ever have. Because what you're thinking right now is you're not good enough. Instead of saying, well, what if they like it? What if they love it? What if it's the answer to the problem? Just like that, you let the moment pass. And then you experience this overwhelming sense of regret. And you're sitting there left wondering, did I just miss something? Did I just miss my chance to make an impact? Did I just miss my opportunity for a breakthrough because I didn't say something because I felt I wasn't good enough? I'm guessing you know what I'm talking about. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Because the truth of the matter is, we have all had moments where we question whether we're good enough, if the thought is worth sharing, whether that's at work, in our personal lives, in our everyday situation, or just in our family. There's this lingering fear that not only are we not good enough, but our skills, our ideas, and the contributions that we want to make, they don't matter. But here's the thing, they do matter. You matter, and more than you might think. So today, we're going to show you how to have another thought. We're going to tackle that fear, that doubt, that shame, that guilt head on and break down how you can break out of self-doubt. So whatever you do, stay right here because we're about to tackle that fear. Go grab you a cup of coffee, cup of tea, or something, because I'm about to give you a cup of courage to face your fears with and help you realize you matter, you're good enough, and you were created to make an impact. We'll be right back after this. Welcome to Time to Win podcast, where healing and growth collide with purpose, and you get to heal, grow, and prosper. I'm your host, RJ Jackson. Join me as we take a graceful 90-degree turn from stress and struggling to purpose and prosperity. As a professional impact speaker and mindset coach, I'm here to show you the way out of secretly suffering in silence and help you get back on the path of prosperity, because I firmly believe that you were born to prosper. So if you're ready, let's make that shift. It's time to win, my friend. So let's go fight win. All right, you courageous soul, welcome. Welcome back to another episode of Time to Win podcast. I am your host, RJ Jackson, your mindset coach and impact speaker, here to help you realize that you are good enough. So I think today is the best day to start embracing the fact that what you bring to the table is valuable. So I'm going to help you see that for yourself. We're going to uncover some simple steps that will help you recognize your impact, even when you feel like you're not making one. Let me start by asking you just a couple of questions. Like, have you ever, okay, we already determined that's not the way to go, RJ. Okay, let me stay on track. Have you ever held back from saying something you felt in your heart, whether that was at work, in a meeting, at home, talking to your loved ones, your mate, your children, all because you had this thought that someone else had a better idea or your idea just wasn't good enough. Have you ever done that? Or maybe you second guessed yourself and your abilities, wondering if you were really qualified to even speak up or make a difference. Or maybe, just maybe, you're waiting. You're waiting for the right moment, the moment to take action. But you find yourself paralyzed by fear. The fear that you're just not good enough. All right, listen, my friend. If you said yes to any of those, get your pen and paper. You are gonna wanna take notes because I want you to know you are noteworthy. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into it. You, my friend, you bring something unique to the table. No one else in the world has your story, your perspective, or your combinations of skills. So you might think that someone else has more experience or have more to offer, but that's just not true. And here's the deal. Please hear me when I say this. Comparison is a thief of your joy and your impact. And the thief, according to the word, comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Kill your hope, steal your purpose, and destroy your life. That's why when you stop comparing yourself to others, you'll see that your voice, your ideals, your thoughts, and your actions are valuable in ways that you can't even imagine. But the problem is, instead of looking at who you are and what you bring to the table, you're looking at other people and comparing yourself to them. Okay, here's my 2-word counseling session, and it's free. Satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Oh wait, I just said it's free. Okay, here it is. Stop that. Because like Roberta Flack said, you are killing yourself softly. You're killing your hopes, your dreams, the possibility that's before you. You're also impacting other people because you won't show up fully because you think you're not good enough. And someone is waiting on you to show up because while you're looking down on yourself, they're looking up to you. And they're thinking you're the best in the West, the East, the North, and the South. And you're thinking, oh, I suck at this. And that's exactly what this young lady stood up and said the other day when she introduced me. She literally stood up and said, I'm here to introduce the speaker, but I suck at this. Do you think anybody wanted to hear what she had to say after that? No. Because when she stood up, the first thing they thought was, wow, she's courageous. She's getting up, speaking in front of other people. I would never do that. I would never have the courage to do that. But look at her. You go, girl. But it went from you go, girl, to you go sit down, girl. Don't nobody want to hear from somebody who suck at something. So listen, if that's you and you're taking action like that, please stop. Please see yourself the way other people really see you. And they see you as phenomenal. They see you as great. They see you as a leader. They look up to you. So let me help you do that. Let me help you. Let me help you see yourself in a better light. All right. So take a moment right now. I want you to think about something that you offer, something that you can do, a skill that you have. No. Don't tell me you don't have a skill. We all have skills. We're all good at something. So don't even go there. Maybe it's the way you solve a problem. Maybe you have the ability to listen to other people. Maybe you're good at encouraging others. Maybe you're good at sewing. Maybe you're good at reading. What are you good at? What can you offer to another human being or even an animal? But I don't have much to offer to animals. I'm sorry. Like ants, they don't even have no hope around me. Okay. But people, oh, yeah, all day long. Matter of fact, I was coming out of the store the other day and there were people outside. They were either promoting something or offering something. And the guy said to me, excuse me, ma'am, do you like animals? And I'm still walking, but I turned around dead in my tracks, stopped, turned around, looked at him and said, no, I do not. I'm sorry for all you animal lovers. Oh my goodness. And you know what's funny? Because most people think I'm vegan because I love animals like that. No, that's not my DNA. I respect them unless they're in my space and shouldn't be, like ants. And okay, so I know what I'm talking about. But no, I'm not the animal lover person. I'm the people lover, right? That's me. That's where I make my impact. So what do you have to offer? Because that is where you make your impact. Stop looking at other people and seeing what they offer to say to yourself, oh, I'm not good at that. So what? You don't have to be. That's not you. That's not your assignment. You know how we say, just do you, boo. Just do you. So what I want you to do is think about something you can offer, because I want you to start there and realize that's your impact. Now, once you realize that's your impact, then start doing it. Whatever it is, start doing it small every day. Do something for someone to use your skills and use your gift. Because when we do something, we push back hell, we push back fear, and we realize, wait a minute, I've been afraid to do this all this time. Why? I'll tell you why. Because of fear. The fear of anything will keep us from doing and being who we were created to be. And what is fear? It's running from something that's not even after you. We think our impact has to be big, humongous in order to matter. But wait a minute, it don't. The truth is, it's the small actions that build momentum. And maybe you don't see the ripple effect of helping out a colleague, or giving a kind word to someone in the grocery store, or letting someone go in front of you on the freeway. Maybe you don't see the kind gesture. Maybe you don't see the ripple effect of loving and of hugging your children and kissing your mate. But those moments matter. They stack up. It's when we do those small things where we offer who we are, our opinion in the meeting, we volunteer for a task, we encourage a friend. Those small ripples, they lead to big waves over time. And we need those small ripples to create those big waves. So please stop thinking the little things don't matter, because they do tremendously. Now here's the third step I want you to take. First, let me just remind you of the first two. Number one was to recognize your unique value, what you bring to the table, your story, your perspective, your skills. And number two, you take that, you realize that's your impact, and you start somewhere. The saying says you don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. And that's the whole key of why we live. That's what purpose is all about. Making an impact, leaving somebody better off than the way we found them. Start small. And step number three, reframe failure as growth. So let's talk about the fear of failure. I want you to understand this. Failure is a part of the process. Every impactful person has failed, probably more than you even think or imagine, and I'm sure more than once. But they didn't let that stop them. They fell down 7 times, but got back up 8. They saw failure as feedback, as stepping stones to get better. So the next time you try something and it doesn't work or go the way you plan, please don't take that as proof that you're not good enough. Take it as proof that you're growing, you're learning, you're getting closer to making the impact that was meant to be made. Don't quit, because quitters never win and winners never quit. And besides, you are really closer than you think. You are doing better than you can even imagine. People's lives are being touched because of you. You just may not see it on this side of heaven, but they won't be touched if you don't stay in touch with your purpose of making an impact. Perhaps that little voice is still talking to you, and you're thinking, okay, it sounds good, but I'm still not sure if I have what it takes. Let me remind you of something. You got this. You are good enough, just as you are. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it's never coming. Start now. Take a step, no matter how small, and trust that every move you make is creating a ripple. It's like throwing that rock against the water at the end of the shore. You ever try that when you were a kid? You throw the rock out, and sometimes it seemed like it wasn't going nowhere. It hit once, but it didn't bounce. It still made an impact on the water. It's just when you learn to move your hand in the right direction it was able to make more ripples and more impact. And the same thing is true for you. When you move your heart in the right direction and you believe in who you are and what God has put inside of you, just like that rock, it's going to make more ripples in the water. Remember, the fear of not being good enough doesn't have to hold you back. Your impact is real. You matter. And every time you choose to show up and contribute, you are making a difference, whether you see it right away or not. I read something on social media today. I want to share it with you, and I'm definitely going to give the author of it credit because it was so simple but yet profound. And I think it's a great way to wrap up today's episode, overcoming the fear of not being good enough to make an impact. And so I want to say shout out to Trudy Findlay. I found this on Instagram where she wrote, and it's so powerful, so powerful. So you may want to find her on Instagram. She wrote, "Fear is not our future. God is. Sickness is not our story. God is. Heartbreak is not our home. God is. Death is not the end. We live to live again. Hello, peace. Hello, joy. Hello, love. Hello, strength. Hello, hope. It's a new horizon." And we've been blessed with this new horizon to make an impact, to leave someone else better than the way we found them. Because that, my friend, is what purpose is all about. 3 small steps to press past your fear. Recognize the unique value that you bring to the table. Start small, but just start. And number 3, reframe failure as growth. All right, you got it? Which step will you take first? I'd love to know. So I'm encouraging you to connect with us here on Time to Win Podcast. You can leave a comment. You can reach out to us at timetowinpodcast@gmail.com. You can connect with us on our website or even connect with us on Instagram at Time to Win Podcast. But whatever you do, don't stop unless you're going to stop thinking you're not good enough, because you are good enough. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. If this episode spoke to your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to share it with someone who might need just a little reminder that they too are enough. And don't miss next week's episode, where we're going to dive in even deeper on how to create the kind of impact that has a lasting effect on your life and the world around you. If for some reason you missed last week, go back, check out our archives. We love to continue to inspire your heart. And just before I let you go, let me let you know that today's episode is brought to you by That Minimalist Guy, Steve Sanders. You can check out That Minimalist Guy at thatminimalistguy.net. You can also find him here on the Time to Win podcast directory. That Minimalist Guy, Steve Sanders. All right, my friend, we've come to the end. I'm going to let you go. But just before I do, once again, I got to let you know, you are good enough. Go make an impact that impacts. Thank you for listening to Time to Win. I recognize that you appreciate the value provided in today's episode, and for your gratitude, I'm giving you a Time to Win VIP listener badge. So head on over to timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com and claim your badge and gain immediate VIP access to more of our next level resources and opportunities, including details on the huddle, a table for 10, the Cure Circle, and the Cure Retreat. Because you've enjoyed today's session, you can also express your gratitude by rating, reviewing, and returning next week with a friend. Oh, by the way, be sure to screenshot today's episode and share it in your Instagram and Facebook story or on your favorite social media platform. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week in the locker room of life, here on Time to Win. And remember, the best time to win is now.